Hello and welcome back. We're experiencing some warmer than average temperatures right now. In fact, extremely warmer than average. It's actually like +2 Celsius, which is 34, 35, 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So it actually was raining this morning. That's why there's no snow left on the tops of the hives. This is like terribly unusual for the time of year, but we're going to take advantage of that. We're going to actually just take a little peek under the hood. The ball in hive number 1 and hive number 3, the swarm we caught at the end of last year, they have moved up to the top, which kind of concerns me only because bees tend to eat their food in the bottom stores and then move their way up over the winter. They just kind of like eat their way to the top. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what's happening. It could be just the ball's a lot larger, or they kind of go where they want to go. Maybe they move to the top first, which isn't the grandest strategy for them, but that's why we're going to take a peek and see what it kind of looks like under here. We're going to have to act really quickly. We don't want to lose a lot of heat, obviously, chill the bees. But I do have a little bit of, I tried to make fondant. I tried to make it twice, and I guess I was watching too much Breaking Bad because I made like meth or crack or something, because it's not really fondant, but I think it's got the right conversion going on. The temperatures were correct. I think I just might have got a little warm and then of course made rock candy out of it. It's a little stiffer, right? It doesn't, but it's delicious and they'll probably love it. So let's crack open the hive here and we'll take a look at what's going inside. These things are cheating. You usually get things like this at the bee store. You just kind of light it on fire, give you enough smoke to just do quick things like this if you're not really doing much work. Instead of having to rubber in there. You can also use it to light the smoker too if you're kind of, not great at lighting smokers. Kind of give you a bit of a hand. You can toss one of those in. Okay, well, I've never done this, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a slight bit nervous about opening these guys in the winter. I don't really know what to expect. I don't really know if I should. I mean, I looked up if I should. Nothing says I can't. I don't want to give them too much smoke. I don't want to chase the ball away or anything. Okay. Let's take a quick peek. Right to the top. Right to the top there. Okay, let's get a piece of this right. I think they have honey. Get away from the edge, guys. That one's full of capped honey. Okay. We're gonna give them some anyways. Because we can. Come on, girls. Keep moving. Come on. Okay, well, we lost a few bees. Wasn't really my intention. But close back up. Capped honey over there. This ball is not nearly as clustered to the side. I was able to get this on a lot nicer. That ball is huge over there. Which probably means that it did very little damage to its ultimate size. I'm going to switch your guys' angle. Okay. I really enjoyed this hive in the summer. They were very calm, easy to work with. They only got upset with me one time that I can like one time where they truly got upset with me. So yeah, I really enjoyed working with them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open it this way. Like this. There's one. Click on one of these, for instance. There it is. Oh, it's full. See? Full. A little moist, mind you. Makes me wonder if it's inedible. Tastes like honey. Okay, let's close this up. Yep, I know. We'll close you up, and then you guys can be nice and warm still. There we go. Way less bees coming out on that one. That's much nicer. Much nicer. Put you guys back in like this. There we go. Barely even. I don't think we lost a single person. I have checked on them more recently. Oh yeah, I can hear them, that's for sure. Right. As I suspected, I don't see anybody in the top here. Yeah, give you a big brick of sugar. Yeah, if I was worried about any hive right now, like just not making it, if we got another cold snap, it would be this one. That's kind of part of the reason why I ordered another Nook, because I'm not entirely convinced that this hive would make the winter. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't overly healthy through the summer for some reason, and no matter what I did, I couldn't really get them to work. Like there's always attrition at the front of the hive. It just always had more dead bees around it than other hives, and it was just really weird. And I mean, it probably continued into the winter here. I did treat, I did all the things I could do, so there really wasn't anything left to do. So if we do lose this queen and everything, it's probably not the end of the world. We're just going to restock and move on. So, but we'll see what happens with that. All right, and there we have it. This one, the ball is huge. There was capped honey. I imagine if they get hungry, they're just going to move over. If it's capped, it should be dry enough and well, and it's not syrup, so like frozen syrup, so they should be able to eat it. Same with this hive, lots of capped honey. As you saw, slightly smaller ball, but a lot gentler bees too. These girls are very nice. This hive, obviously, we opened it up, we didn't see anything, right? So this is exactly what I was talking about. This hive did have a lot more attrition going into the fall through the summer. Honestly, didn't even know if I expected it to survive. So if it does survive, it's a bonus. But if it doesn't, then, you know, weeding out of the weak and moving on with the strong, right? We'll split the strong hives. We might even be able, between the two hives, if they're strong enough, because right now they're looking pretty good, we might even be able to, even with 3 queens ordered, we might be able to split these 2 hives down to 3. I'm sure we can if they're strong enough. Obviously, that's something we have to wait and see. Yeah, beyond that, as you saw, I kind of discovered with you guys here that these were not really tilted anymore. They all had shims on them at the beginning of the winter, but I guess maybe with the heaving of the ground and the unfreezing and the thawing and freezing, it obviously shifted the pad. So that's something to keep an eye on, because I did notice earlier in the week there was a lot of ice at the bottom of this hive, and I hadn't really noticed yet that it wasn't like slanted anymore. That's obviously going to have a lot to do with that, so something to keep an eye on. Anyways, thanks for coming around and joining us, taking a look at our bees and keeping an eye on them with us. Depending on the temperature of February, I don't know how much posting I'll be doing. There's not a lot to do when it's negative a million, you know. So anyways, join us again soon.